Breaking immigration news, September 2025. A brand new immigration law has just been passed by the U.S. Congress, and it is unlike anything we've seen in decades. This is not a minor update, not just another round of political arguments. This is a historic overhaul that will reshape how immigration works in America for years to come. Whether you are a green card holder, an international student, a temporary visa worker, or someone hoping to become a U.S. citizen, what we're about to break down could directly impact your future in this country. A law that shocks Washington and the world. For years, immigration reform has been a political stalemate. Democrats and Republicans rarely agreed, leaving millions of immigrants stuck in limbo. But in a stunning turn of events, both parties joined together and pushed through one of the strictest immigration laws in U.S. history. And here's what makes it even more shocking. This happened quickly, decisively, and under the leadership of President Donald Trump, who returned to the White House in January 2025. Immigration was always one of his top priorities, but few expected such a dramatic bipartisan agreement. The result? A law that many are calling the toughest immigration reform in modern American history. Citizens first, non-citizens second. The central theme of this law is blunt. U.S. citizens now come first in every decision. Everyone else, whether you're a lawful permanent resident with a green card, a student on an F-1 visa, or a worker on an H-1B, is officially categorized as a non-citizen. For green card holders especially, this is a devastating shift. The idea that I have permanent residency, so I'm safe, is gone. Under this law, even lawful permanent residents are vulnerable to the same scrutiny and punishments as temporary visa holders. The DUI rule, one strike and you're out. Here's the part that's shaking immigrant communities the most. One DUI, driving under the influence, is now grounds for deportation. And it doesn't stop there. Even admitting to having driven after drinking, without a criminal conviction, could be enough to trigger deportation proceedings. Let that sink in. You don't need to be found guilty in court. Just acknowledging the act could cost you your future in the United States. Immigration attorneys are warning that thousands of immigrants could be affected immediately. Think about these examples. A college student who admitted to drinking before driving once. A worker who pleaded guilty years ago to avoid a drawn-out trial. A resident who thought paying a fine closed the matter. Under this new law, all of them could face deportation. The two pillars of the new law. This reform rests on two powerful enforcement tools. 1. Expanded inadmissibility. Any DUI offense now makes you inadmissible. That means you could be blocked from entering the U.S., even if you already live here. If you leave the country and try to return, your green card could be at risk. Even a minor DUI, or simply admitting to it, is enough to trigger this penalty. 2. Mandatory deportation. Any DUI, whether treated as a misdemeanor or felony in your state, now counts as a deportable offense under federal law. State distinctions no longer matter. Federal law overrides them all. The federal government has made it crystal clear. A DUI is now a direct path to removal. Why the crackdown is so harsh? Lawmakers argue this is about public safety. Every year, thousands of lives are lost in accidents linked to impaired driving. By making DUIs a guaranteed deportation trigger, Congress wants to send a message. Non-citizens must be held to the highest possible standard. The logic is simple. If you want the privilege of living in the U.S., you must avoid reckless behavior. But critics say the law is far too extreme. Immigrant advocates warn that it punishes people permanently for mistakes they made years ago. Instead of allowing second chances, this law creates lifelong consequences. The good moral character test just got stricter. If you've ever looked into U.S. naturalization, you know about the good moral character requirement. It's a key test when applying for citizenship. Until now, a DUI could be explained as a mistake, depending on the case. But under the new law, a DUI is an automatic disqualification. No excuses, no second chances, no appeals to rehabilitation. For many immigrants, this is a permanent ban on citizenship. Green card, no longer a shield. For decades, lawful permanent residents believed that holding a green card meant stability. It was viewed as protection against removal. That protection is gone. Now, even green card holders can lose their status over a single DUI. Your residency can be revoked. You can be placed in removal proceedings. And once you lose your green card, there is no guaranteed path back. The green card is no longer a shield. It is fragile. One mistake can shatter it. Law and order versus opportunity. Supporters of the law argue that it strikes a balance. It offers new legal pathways for certain immigrants, but at the same time, it enforces strict accountability. But let's be honest, the emphasis is on control and punishment, not opportunity. The government's message is loud and clear. One mistake could erase years of sacrifice, investment, and hard work. What comes next? Legal experts believe this law is only the beginning. With Trump in the White House and Congress working alongside him, many expect even stricter measures in the future. Will more crimes be added to the deportation list? Will the bar for good moral character rise even higher? Will long-term residents face new travel restrictions? Nobody knows for sure, but one thing is clear. The U.S. is now holding immigrants to the strictest standards in modern history. Final warning for immigrants. This new law is a wake-up call. The margin for error is gone. One DUI equals deportation. One DUI equals inadmissibility. One DUI equals no path to citizenship. For immigrants, the stakes have never been higher. If you are a green card holder, an international student, or a temporary worker, the time to be careful is now. Protect your status. Protect your future. Final thoughts. This immigration reform is not just another piece of legislation. It is a turning point. It shows that the U.S. government is serious about enforcing immigration laws with zero tolerance. If this video helped you understand what's at risk, please hit the like button. Share this video with your friends, family, and community. Subscribe to USA Alert Zone for the latest immigration updates that matter most. Stay alert, stay informed, and protect your future. This is USA Alert Zone. We'll see you in the next update.